The Golden State Warriors are about to make a massive trade. As you all know, the Golden State Warriors season hasn't turned out the way it should have been because they currently rank 12th in the Western Conference. However, the Golden State Warriors are looking to make some drastic changes before the trade deadline in order to help them get back into the playoff picture. And in today's video, we're going to be going through 5 new blockbuster trades that the Golden State Warriors are currently in talks with that could help them win another NBA championship. So make sure to like this video, and guys, 92% of you are still not subscribed to the channel, so it'd mean the world if you could subscribe to the channel, hitting that red button down below. The first is none other than DeMar DeRozan. Now, as you all know, Zach LaVine has been on the trading block for some time now, but also his teammate DeMar DeRozan is also on the trading block as the Chicago Bulls are looking to shake things up. Now, when it comes to the Chicago Bulls so far this season, they do rank 9th actually in the Eastern Conference, so not too bad, but they are looking to rebuild as they don't think that they have a proper shot at an NBA championship. Now, when it comes to DeRozan, he's averaging 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 5.3 assists, while also shooting 36% from the three-point line and an effective field goal percentage of 50%. So he's putting up some pretty good numbers for the Chicago Bulls, and when it comes to the Bulls in general, I think DeMar DeRozan does want to move to a team where he actually has a championship chance. Now, when it comes to the Warriors right now, they are in desperate need of a scoring shooting guard and small forward, as Andrew Wiggins and Klay Thompson haven't really lived up to their potential so far this season, and DeMar DeRozan can definitely fix that problem. On top of that, DeRozan is still a great defender that people do definitely forget, but he is averaging 1.1 steals and 0.7 blocks, which I think is fantastic. And on top of that, he's a great on-ball defender, especially standing at 6'6", 220 pounds, and he can play, shooting guard, small forward, and has played all the way till power forward. And the Warriors do like to run small ball here and there. So I do believe DeMar DeRozan could be a great fit, especially on the two-way side of things. As we all know, Warriors love their two-way players, and DeRozan can definitely be that guy. The Warriors right now, they don't need someone who can drop a 35 bomb or 40 points per game. That's Stephen Curry's job. They need someone that can definitely help, and in that decision also help on defense as well. And I think DeRozan could definitely be that perfect fit. He's still 34 years of age, so I do believe he's definitely still in that age bracket where he's still in his peak years of great athleticism still, but also does have a lot of experience in the NBA. He definitely has a couple of years left, but on top of this, with his contract near ending, I do believe the Golden State Warriors would actually get a pretty good win-to-win deal, as they could have a lot of free cap space coming into the next free agency. Now, he is a 6-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA. His accolades speak for himself, and DeMar DeRozan could be a perfect fit. The second player is none other than Austin Reeves. Now, as you all know, Austin Reeves is a fantastic player, but on top of that, Reeves is averaging 15.1 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 5.2 assists for the Los Angeles Lakers. He's putting up some really good numbers, and as we all know, the LA Lakers are currently 10th in the Western Conference, and they are struggling quite a lot. But it does seem that when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers, they are looking to trade and ship off a lot of big stars, and Austin Reeves could definitely be one of them. When it comes to Reeves, not only is he a fantastic scorer, but he's an efficient scorer, averaging an effective field goal percentage of 57% and is shooting 35% from the three as well. I think Austin Reeves would be a perfect fit alongside Stephen Curry, as he could be the second coming to Klay Thompson. Not in a sense of, three-point shooting, but in a sense he could be the sidekick when it comes to scoring alongside Stephen Curry, as Klay Thompson has definitely struggled and has been pretty inconsistent so far this season. Reeves is definitely a very consistent scorer, and he is still a very young player at 25 years old, 6'5", 206 pounds, and I do believe his offensive ability can definitely help this Warriors team. Now, a big issue definitely with Austin Reeves is his defensive ability, but I do believe his offense can definitely still help out this team tremendously, as the Warriors are still a really good defensive team as a whole, and I do believe they can definitely pick up from Austin Reeves' defensive slacking. So I don't think he's a terrible defender. I do believe, he isn't the best, but on top of that, you can definitely still teach that. Stephen Curry used to be a very poor defender, but we have seen him definitely improve quite a lot over the last couple of seasons. I think Austin Reeves can definitely fix that, and it's something that isn't, a big red flag for them. So the Warriors could definitely get a great score, and they won't have to trade too much in order to get him, which I think would be a very win-win situation for what the Warriors are trying to do, which is get Golden State Warriors and especially Stephen Curry a championship team once again. The third player is none other than Nikola Vucevic. Now, as you all know, Nikola Vucevic is a 6'10" center, 260 pounds, and is 33 years old. But not only that, but he is a great scoring big man that the Warriors desperately need. Now, as you all know, the Warriors during the offseason did sign Dario Saric, and Saric has seen a huge increase in his minutes. But when it comes to Dario Saric, he isn't a star player or a star big man, but I do believe Nikola Vucevic can definitely be that star scoring big man that the Warriors desperately need. So far this season, he is averaging 16.8 points, 3.4 assists, and 10.4 rebounds, while also shooting an effective field goal percentage of 50% and a 3-point percentage of almost 30%, which I think is amazing. When it comes to Vucevic, his inside presence is definitely felt on the rebounding side of things and also scoring. But on top of that, what I do love about Vucevic and him being at 6'10", he does add a lot of height to this Golden State Warriors team, which I think they desperately need. We have seen this time and time again. The Warriors are a great defensive team. However, they do struggle quite a lot, especially against bigger forwards, whether they're 6'9", 6'10", or above, or all the way up to 7 foot. They definitely struggle quite a lot, not only just on defense, but on offense as well. And I do believe that getting someone of Nikola Vucevic's size could definitely help this team greatly. That's why we see Dario Saric play quite a lot of minutes, as Dario Saric is also around 6'10", 6'11". And on top of that, I think Vucevic is not only just a better defender than Saric, but he also has a lot more inside presence on the rebounding side of things. And that's why I think Vucevic could be a very good complementary starting version of Dario Saric, and Dario Saric still comes off the bench, which I think would be amazing. But when it comes to scoring big men, that is where the Warriors really struggle the most. And on top of that, since Chicago Bulls are in desperate need to rebuild and trade them, I think the Warriors wouldn't have to give up too much as well. The fourth player is none other than Bogdan Bogdanovic. Now, as you all know, Bogdan is a fantastic player for the Atlanta Hawks, and the Hawks currently rank 11th in the Eastern Conference, and they are looking to shake things up as well. Now, I think Bogdanovic would be a fantastic pick because, as we all know, Bogdanovic is an absolute sharpshooter, shooting 8.6 threes a game while also shooting 37% from the three. He's averaging 16.9 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 2.6 assists. So he's an all-out scorer for this Atlanta Hawks team, and he's doing it with only 20 minutes of game time. And I think Bogdanovic could definitely be the second to a great three-point shooter like Stephen Curry, in a sense of him being the backup lead when it comes to threes. And I think Bogdanovic could definitely replace Klay Thompson for that role. When it comes to Bogdanovic, he's 6'5", 220 pounds, and is 31 years old. So he's definitely in his peak years of playing in the NBA, which I think is fantastic. And on top of that, he does bring a lot of experience to this team. When it comes to Bogdanovic as well, his rebounds, 3.2 assists, and also when it comes to his steals at 1.4, he's a great defender that not many people know of, and I think is probably his most underrated thing about his game. Bogdanovic, although he is a sharpshooter, he's a great on-ball defender, does a fantastic job on picking steals, and on top of that, guys, with him being 6'5", he is able to guard all the way up to a small forward position, which I think is fantastic to see. So, like we always talk about, Warriors love their two-way players. I think Bogdanovic would be a fantastic two-way player for what the Golden State Warriors are trying to build, and I do believe when it comes to Bogdanovic, he could bring not only just a lot of experience, but still also bring a lot of youth to this team in all ways that are second to none. The fifth player is none other than Tim Hardaway Jr. And as you all know, Tim Hardaway Jr. currently plays for the Dallas Mavericks, and the Dallas Mavericks are doing really well, where they currently rank 5th with a 24-17 record. But the Golden State Warriors do need a scorer, and Tim Hardaway Jr. could actually be the perfect fit, as the Mavericks are looking to make some last-minute trades before the trade deadline in order to add a couple more stars to this team to make them championship ready. Now, Dallas Mavericks are in a very good position, being in the top 5, so they are looking to try to get a star, and I heard that Draymond Green is very much rumored to be a part of that trade. The Golden State Warriors desperately need another scorer alongside Stephen Curry, and I think Tim Hardaway can definitely provide that. He's 6'5", 205 pounds, and is 31 years old, so he's definitely in his peak years in the NBA of having nice youth behind him, but also being a very experienced player. And on top of that, he is averaging 18.3 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 1.7 assists, which I think is fantastic, as he is doing this on only 29 minutes of game time. If you look at his three-point percentage, he's averaging a 38% three-point percentage, and is shooting an effective field goal percentage of 54%. So I think it is fantastic to see what Tim Hardaway Jr. can definitely do on offense. It really is second to none what he's capable of doing, and I do believe that is going to help the Warriors team drastically. When it comes to who the Golden State Warriors would have to give up, I heard Draymond Green was definitely in that discussion, as Luka Doncic does or is interested in playing with Draymond Green, as Draymond Green is a great defensive juggernaut. So this could definitely be a perfect opportunity. I think the Warriors desperately also need another scorer, but on top of that, it does seem that they are looking to trade Draymond Green, even Klay Thompson, and even Andrew Wiggins. Everyone is pretty much tradable besides Stephen Curry, and because of those two reasons, I do believe that the Golden State Warriors would be willing to make this trade. And on top of that, we wouldn't probably have to give up too much alongside Draymond Green to make this trade happen. Draymond, although he has been a bit of a lost cause so far this season, he's still got a lot of trade value. So I think this could definitely be a straight swap, or even Dallas could actually give a pick or two in exchange for Draymond Green.